Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash.
the warners of the elder apostles of the great millstone who rule well and say, teach you much love. You all came out there pushing out this word and truth to Syria. You know, brothers from Great Millstone, Tampa, back for another live lesson. Like class, Lord's will is going to be edifying to a hopeful elect out there. And as usual, we just going to go through the spirit. So whatever brothers got.
So that my name at Genesis 1:14. The book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 14. And Elohim said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
Yeah, somebody go to Jeremiah chapter 10.
Real quick, going to show you that there was already, you know, if you read at the beginning of the chapter, there was all, you know, it said the light, which is going the sun and the moon, but there was already, light, yeah.
We went into that on Wednesday, yeah. There's two different, you got Genesis, I think,
To let you know, they're indicators.
3, 4, 5 that talk about it.
Yeah, well, it says they were created so you know what time of the day it is.
Right.
But there's always even, you know, they got videos on this, and motherfuckers that be out there in the deep sea, out there for months at a time, they actually got videos that show you the difference. There's a difference, you know, it's not like, oh, the sun and the moon, no, there's actually a difference. Yeah, the day and night, so you know, to make it understandable for the
And so pretty much, you know, what we're gonna go into, Lord's will, this lesson is, you know, the signs of the times. You know, the Lord has created things to happen upon the earth, not only through prophecies, but through actual natural so-called phenomenons that you see happen on the earth, such as what we're about to witness here in about a week.
the 8th.
Yeah, the 8th, you know, next Monday, you know, which is that solar eclipse. You know, all these are indications that the Lord is getting ready to do something upon the earth. You know, so read that again.
And if you, I mean, we don't have to read up, but if you read up, it tells you that grass was formed.
Right.
What does grass need to grow? The sun. But grass grew without the sun. In the 14th verse, it tells you that it goes into about the light during the day, which is the sun. So what came first, grass or the sun?
Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. And Elohim said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
Yeah, so it's all measuring. It's a measuring device, so to say. The Lord literally made the sun because you could tell what time of day it is, and the moon you could tell what time of the month it is.
Right.
It's that simple. It's not fucking rocket science. It's literally that simple. The sun is for the time of the day, and the moon is for the time of the month. That's what they call it. Where women go through their moon cycle, menstrual cycle, which goes back to the moon, according to the moon. You know, just like the waters, right?
Yep.
High tide, when's that come? A full moon.
Yeah.
The Lord made that to tell you what time of the month it is. Oh, it's my time of the month. That's what bitches say. What's that according to?
That time of the month.
Yeah, they literally say that. It's my time of the month. Go ahead.
Hey, barbershop, I get a quick precept. Because, you know, as the brother is putting it, you know, you got the sun and the moon, you know, the sun for the time of the day, the moon for the time of the month, all measurements of time. But then you have those two interact, which is not normal.
Right.
All right. So, real quick, this is a
Well, depending on the time of the season, yeah, it's not
Common.
It's not common. The water. It's
Yeah.
not common.
That's what it is. It's not common. It's not something that normally happens.
Happens every day.
That
Just
takes
like
place.
the sun goes up, the moon comes, same thing. And then sometimes you might see the sun and the moon at the same time, but they're not crossing each other. That's
Exactly.
yeah.
They're not,
That's not normal.
It's not normal for them to interact or like they cross each other.
Eclipse, yeah.
Exactly.
That's
so,
a sign, you know.
Rare events.
Exactly.
Right.
So
Heaven, well, that's why the scriptures talk about not being dismayed.
That's right, Jeremiah 10.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. Okay. Go
You
ahead.
finished that one, right?
No,
I
it's
just
not
wanted
that
to
one.
bring
Yeah.
up a
Yeah.
quick, just a quick precept, all right? Because for them to cross paths is not something that happens all the time.
Occasionally.
Exactly. So Luke 21 and 25, and the heading is the return of Christ, but we know him to be Yahushua. All right. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon, as we elaborate on the sun and the moon, their purposes.
Somebody also get in the Apocrypha where it says and using the signs and effects.
Oh, that's.
Book of Sharp. We just check it out. Somebody get that while this brother finishes reading this.
And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars.
Yeah, but you just had the devil's comet, go by. You had the lunar eclipse the same day as the devil's comet, right? You also have certain constellations that are visible during certain times of the year and only in particular, regions,
Yeah.
because the stars have to be aligned in certain manners for certain constellations to be visible.
And people have that saying in the world, when the stars align, that perfect moment,
What's your star sign?
Exactly.
So they've been showing you lunar eclipse, devil's comet, now a solar eclipse. It's the signs in the heavens, man.
That's right.
Okay, but we're not to be dismayed at them. We see these things knowing in the back of our minds, as the scripture says, like Brother brought out in Genesis 1:14, man, these things are created for signs to tell us that there's things about to happen, man.
I
Okay?
got that word for you. That's the main purpose of me bringing it out. Is that word sign.
Strong's G, 4592, Semaya. Semaya.
Shemaiah.
Shemaiah. It's Shemaiah.
In the Greek is Semaim.
Oh, that's Greek?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, real quick, it says a sign, a mark, a token, that by which a person or a thing is distinguished.
Yeah, that's not Shemayim though.
Exactly.
In the Hebrew. That's not heavens in the Hebrew. The
It says,
Shemayim is the heavens.
it says that by which a person or a thing is distinguished from others and is known. All right. So once again, this is something that just doesn't normally happen. Like every day we wake up, the sun and the moon just doesn't cross paths like that. All right. So it says a thing distinguished from us. So this is distinguished from others. Like, yo, this that's about to happen. All right. This is different. Like, when you make something, you done made a bunch of replicas of something, of one particular thing, but then what you do, I want this to be different. So you kind of make it more special. It's not the same as the others. So this right here, as we was going into, the sun and the moon is not something that happens very often. Them trading paths are running into each other. So this is a sign, distinguished from others, is known. A sign of prodigy, important, i.e. an unusual occurrence, transcending common course. Transcending the common course of nature. Okay, so it says of signs pertaining remarkable events to happen.
That's why, in the ancient world, eclipses were esteemed highly. They were esteemed whether they believed on Yahweh Shem Yahshua or not. Eclipses and things like that. Phenomenons that happen in the sky were esteemed as something important. People took reference to them. That's why you had, especially, the Northern Kingdom down in South America, man, they esteemed those, events like that.
Well, Ishkar was known for that.
Yeah.
Being able to read the stars, so to say. Because it's not just coincidence. It's not like because most people think today what do they call it what do bitches call it your signs and all that
Astrology.
astrology. Yeah. That's real. It's a real thing, but it's not the way people think about it. And if you go back to the verse in Genesis 1:14, he was in, right? You go to the word sign, it's ayat. Ayat means sign, signal, a distinguishing mark, banner, remembrance, miraculous sign, omen, warning, token, and sign standard, miracle proof.
Going to that word token, it means evidence. Okay.
So this is evidence of something
Yeah.
that's gonna come. It's an omen. Yeah, remember Damien? The movie. It was a demon, but a real omen is a warning. You know.
I got that precept real quick that you quoted. 1 Corinthians, it's like your First Chronicles, 12 and 32. And the children of Issachar, or Shashkar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do. The heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment.
Why do you think they was able to replicate pyramids in Mexico? That's not rocket. Come on, man. If you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you can understand why there's pyramids in Mexico.
The Mayan calendar.
And they line up with the stars and all this shit. Just like the pyramids in Gaza. Who built the pyramids in Gaza? Israelites. Who built pyramids in Mexico? Mexicans? Come on, man. But the point is, they was able to read because they align them perfectly with the stars. Now that's what they're saying too. That with this eclipse, that the pyramids of Gaza are aligning with this the planets. They're saying that all the planets are gonna be aligned. Shit. Well, if that's not a sign, then I don't know what to tell you. Then.
Hey, Kwame, you had a word?
Yeah. Just real quick, you brothers is beautifully elaborating on it. Two of the words in that scripture, token, real quick. It says sign, symbol in the etymology. Evidence, as the priest Mayim said. Evidence, it says to show, explain, to teach. It says omen. Right now, when you go into the word omen real quick, right? Going to the word omen in the etymology, right? It says casual event or occurrence supposed to portend, right? Not pretend, portend good or evil. It says.
Yeah, give you a warning of it.
Right. Yes, sir. It
That's
says.
what an omen is. The omen. Oh, that's a dark omen. I mean, something bad's about to happen.
Right. In the verb of it, it says to give indication of the future. So that's what these signs in the heavens are for. They're indicating future events. So it's very important for the prophets to be here in these times to what? Foretell, prophesy of the events that's taking place. That's why in August 2017, you had that first solar eclipse. And now April 8th, you have another solar eclipse that's what? Xing out Babylon the Great. So
7 years later.
right,
Yeah.
7 complete. So it's
7 or 8.
7.
so it's an omen that's indicating future events, man. So it's very important for us to be on our task, on our job, to measure out these times diligently in itself.
I got that quote real fast. When the stars align, meaning people, a lot of times that's used in movies and relationships. When the stars align, when the time is right, you meet that perfect person, that soulmate or whatever the case may be. And it goes exactly. That's something that everybody uses. Astrology. That's why you have people going into those. What's your sign? Sagittarius, this, that, and the third, whatever the case may be. Oh yeah, you guys are compatible because according to the constellations, that this sign, all that stuff was just some truth to it. But the knowledge to it today is
There's a right hand side.
Exactly.
Right hand side to it, just as in everything. Witchcraft, there's a right hand side to it. It's called spiritual powers.
exactly.
I'm gonna get a Ecclesiastes 3 and 1 and hold that.
So that's where they get that ideology from. When the stars align, you meet the right person. Going to astrology, whatever the case may be. But here's what it says. Used to say a situation is very good or lucky, which it is for the elect, because we know that's the return of the Messiah. It says, or becomes completely right in order for something to happen. A lot of times that's used with relationships. But hey, this is a relationship with the bridegroom, meeting the bride. So this is that time for it. The stars aligned when they met and fell in love. I thought all the stars had aligned for him to finally get another win, the victory. So this alignment of the constellations going back to that word sign in the Greek, it says a sign pretending remarkable events soon to happen, of miracles and wonders by which the Most High authenticated. So the Most High authenticated. You got it?
Soon to happen, which the Most High authenticated.
Right, which is
I declared the end from the beginning.
which is why this is all signs simplifying you guys got this, symbolizing that we getting the hell up out of here.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why all these
The
things
end.
must come.
The return.
And which is what the beginning of it that follows. So all these things gotta take. That's why we measuring the time diligently, because when the Lord visit this planet, all right, His visitation is what our prison sentence coming up. That's why we're so bound to this hope that we make it the first time. You know how? Yeah, that's it.
That's all I got on that. So
Real
next,
quick,
brother, go ahead.
real quick, brothers. Got 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9, reading in the NLT. In those days, if people wanted a message from God, they would say, "Let's go and ask the seer," for prophets used to be called seers. And then that's pretty much, we measure it, like the brother just quoted, 2 Ezra the 9th chapter, measuring the time diligently in the things that are happening upon the earth. Habakkuk said what? Write the vision, make it plain upon the table, and the end shall speak by what? By the signs, the tokens, the evidence. His word should not return unto him void.
Three.
You know?
Yeah. Get that real quick.
Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun. So under the heaven.
There's a time and place for everything, man. All right, and when you go into that word time, it's the same word there that it was said in the Genesis 1 and 14. For time. For a season, and they're created for a time, man. So there's a time and place for everything, man. And the time and place for these things to happen upon the earth is for a reason. There's a reason why the Lord has this eclipse happening at these particular times. Because it's a sign of something that's getting ready to happen upon the earth, as the brothers just went into.
That's what the Lord said, you hypocrites, you discern the sign of the times, you can't discern what time we in, roughly fair. So again, that's only for the watchmen.
Right.
Only the watchmen are seeing the times. They're only the ones observing and actually considering. This is, let me go get my my little plastic glasses at the gas station so I can watch the eclipse.
Right.
We're not worried about that, man. We plan on going out and teaching that day. We're not worried about, look, we're not dismayed at it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just know that's the Lord saying shit. We know what it means. In other words, we can't tell. Words can't utter, what it really means, but we do the best we can. But we know what time it is, so to say.
Yeah, because you got the spiritual 3D glasses on. See, that's what it is. That eyesight that Jake and the world don't have. Jake don't have the ability to see things clear and vivid because they wasn't blessed with that eyesight. Going into the eclipse, all right, that brothers is expounding on through the spirit. What had happened when the eclipse happened? Wasn't that the sun blocked out, right? So, real quick, this is a count going into the Passover right after Yahweh Shah had broke bread.
Hold that. We're gonna get into that.
All right,
Because there's different eclipses. You got solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse.
We just got done going through the Passover. And here it is. You're about to have this happen 2 weeks after.
Right.
So
which wouldn't happen the day after the Passover.
Yeah, a lot of
or
the
the day of. Depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, but
But
real quick to go with that Ecclesiastes 3, this is Sirach chapter 39, verse 16. It says, all the works of the Lord are exceeding good, and whatsoever he commandeth shall be accomplished in due season. So again, these things these celestial events are all things that are created to happen at specific times.
Real quick, go back to, you still got Genesis, you didn't finish that. Read for 14. I don't think you finished that verse.
Genesis chapter 1.
Just to back up what my young just said.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 4.
And again, this is the first book of the Bible. The Lord Ben told you what's up. What do you say? Declaring the end from the beginning? Come on, man. Yeah. So he obviously going to show you that it's the end through what? We'll read it through signs. And how you going to get those signs? Well, of course, the prophets are the main sign but there's gonna be signs in the heavens.
Somebody has that in Sirach or second Ezra.
Read that though in Genesis first.
Read that next.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. And now Elohim said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night.
Yeah, that's the sun. Light in the heavens is the sun to divide the day. Go ahead.
To divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for
So
seasons.
you got the sun and the moon. Contrary to popular belief, the sun does not make the moon glow. You know that the sun is actual light, as we just read. Contrary to NASA, niggas landed on it. No, same reason they ain't landing on the sun. They get burned up. It's a light.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read down verse 16 about Shah. It says, let me start with 14 again, Genesis 1 and 14. Now Elohim said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
That's the point, really, the signs. So it's not only, oh yeah, it's 12 o'clock, you know, because they got the sundial. Of course, you can tell what time of the day it is with the sun. And the moon, it'll tell you what time of the month it is. But it's more than that, it's for signs, omens, indicators, warnings, right? Certain things happen with these lights that were created in the heavens. For what? For not only to measure the day and the night, but also measure or to see omens. Yeah. So you go to that word sign. Is this it? Let me see. Yep, this is it right here. The word for sign in the Hebrew. Let's see here. It says, yep, it says, oh, okay, I already said it. Ayath. It's ayath. And, you know, what is it? Nice, signs, miracles, warning, token, which is the same thing as an omen. Proof. This is proof that the Lord ain't mind you. He telling you what's about to go down. That's the proof. You want proof? Well, look up into the heavens. And that's why we're not to be dismayed at the signs in heaven. Because those are signs and warnings from the Lord. So why be bugged out, whether it be a chariot or the signs or lights that have been created? You're not supposed to be dismayed at that. Because it's an end sign or a token. It says a distinguishing mark, a flag, a beacon. And it's there.
Evidence that he is. Ultimately, what it's a sign of is that the Most High exists, man, and that He rules in the kingdom of men. He's the one that has these things happen. Here it is. You got Esau about to shoot rockets at a solar eclipse and try to. From what his cover story is that he's trying to see the effects of what happens in the atmosphere during the. Come on, man.
Come on, bro. Look, you've been doing chemtrails for decades.
It don't get 50 degrees colder on Earth during an eclipse, man. It's just the sun is black for a couple, you know.
Like this is the first eclipse ever to happen. This nigga's full of shit. But
he
anybody
knows.
that believes him is an idiot.
But he knows that now is the time to be examining things.
And that's
because
all. Yeah, that's just a cover up. Oh, we're gonna shoot missiles to test out how the atmosphere reacts. Come on, bro. We know that you got something other, something else planned. But real quick, back in the that word for sign in Genesis 1:14. This is in the Chaldee Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. It says a military ensign, and specifically, and especially that of each particular tribe, different from standard, which belong to each camp of the 3 tribes. Because remember, you had 3 tribes on each side of the camps, so they would have to do signs, because it wasn't just I can see him over there. Now Israel, the camp is big, so they would have to do certain signs. It says in the Chaldees lexicon, number 2, it says a sign of something past, which serves to keep it in memory, right? Because it's not the first eclipse that's ever happened, so that's how we know that is something judgment of the Lord coming, because we brothers referenced that 2017 there was an eclipse, and now 2024 7-year gap, crossing axis in Egypt. The same shit happened before if you go into the history. Number 3 says a sign of something future. Important. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I keep reading. It says the sign of anything which cannot itself be seen. Yeah, you see, oh, it's an eclipse. You got your little goggles, your 3D glasses, but you're not really seeing what that means. It says token proof. The Lord is showing you the proof that He's going to bring the judgment. Go ahead, go on, yes.
No, disagreeing with you. That's right. You don't see the proof that the Most High exists.
The proof is in the pudding, as they say. Go ahead, whoever was reading. Did you finish that 14?
Second Ezra.
Yeah, I read the whole 14. I read it again real quick and get that second Ezra. Genesis 1 and 14.
Somebody else, whoever has that, Jeremiah.
Yeah, hold on. 10, Jeremiah 10, right?
Genesis 1 and 14, and the Elohim said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
Yeah, so it goes to show you that the sun and the moon wasn't created before the earth.
Right.
You know, and there was light before that. If you read the understanding in that same chapter, it made it for a division. You can tell, like, because before that it was still light.
I got you right here, brother.
Right, it was early in the chapter, and that's how you can't understand it if you were there. You know, the Lord will be those men. Go ahead.
Verse 15, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and it was so. And the Elohim made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. Greater light than the sun, and lesser light than the moon.
Real quick, go into that verse 14 where it said that the dividing of times, right?
Yep.
To divide the times.
Yeah. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
Well, even before that, though, you go up to verse 5. You know, we don't have to go into it, but you go up to like, actually verse 4, or yeah, verse 4. Well, 3. Matter of fact, just read verse 3. Just read verse 3.
Genesis 1 and 3, and the Elohim said, let there be light, and there was light.
So how was there light without the sun? You know, we ain't gotta go into it too deep. Look at the apostles' videos. They did it in the 80s or 90s. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, just to go into that verse 14, the word there for divide, the etymology says separate into parts or pieces. You know, so that's what the sun and the moon were created to give us an indication of when times were going to be split. Somebody else will hold on deck, 2nd Ezra chapter 5 or 6, dividing of, or that's in Daniel's, but you know, Esau is the end of the world, Jacob's the beginning. Does that follow it? You know,
How you gonna know? Through the signs.
Right. Who got that 2nd Ezra 9? Go ahead and get that book of chart, the dividing of times.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9. I'm sorry, verse 5. It says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
The end is manifest, is made evident, it's clear, it's here for you to see. Just like when something's made manifest, you can see it. So we're seeing the signs. That means the end is here. Okay, we see the dividing of times. Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 6. Even so, the time.
Ooh, and that's like that's why I say dividing roughly dividing times.
Yeah, in Daniel chapter 5 or not 5.
Well, that's measuring the times too. Dividing times asunder. Measuring the times. How we measure the times, of course, with the events, with the signs the Lord shown us from the heavens. That's the highest level of seeing the times. Because you might see niggas kill each other, but hey, the higher, oh my God, motherfuckers are bugging out. That's why the Lord said, be not afraid.
7 to 20.
What has to go? Dismayed. Yeah, you're not supposed to be bugged out. Remember, that's how we got delivered from Egypt. you can't be. Imagine they would have been, oh my God, you know. That I'm pretty sure that shit was scary.
Yeah, the plagues were the signs that
Yep.
yo, this shit's about to be over with.
Exactly. Like you said, in the ancient world, that was well known. Like, oh shit, eclipse. Like people like took that serious. You know, it wasn't nothing that just like, oh, let me put my shades on. Nah, that was
3D glasses. They showed that in the movie. Was it 12 Years a Slave? One of them slavery movies. They showed it. They was out there picking cotton.
Birth of a Nation.
Birth. Yeah,
Because
that's
they
what
were
it was.
waiting for a sign of when
Yeah,
the attack.
and what was it? It was an eclipse.
Yeah, it was an eclipse.
Come on, man.
people took that serious.
Way by the wall.
It wasn't an event for you to marvel at.
Right.
You know, it wasn't an 8th or 9th.
And
or 10th wonder.
that's what Esau's rolling off of. Oh, we gotta bring in the National Guard because we got all these tourists coming in to observe this. Wait a minute, this is not something to be like brother said, to be what do you say?
Marvel at.
Marvel and you took off the week to go see it. No, it's something to take heed to. You know, it's not something you just chilling. Oh wow, we saw the thing. You can't record it. Because your phone ain't gonna pick it up. That's why you gotta have special glasses. So why would the Lord make something like that and then you can't even record it? You can record damn near everything today, but you can't record that. Try to record it. That's the challenge for anybody watching. Try to record the eclipse and see how that goes. Or just stare straight into it. Just keep staring at it as it happens. Right? That's why they're selling glasses. They tell Esau anyway, tells you it's gonna damage your eyes if you stare directly into it, which that didn't even make sense. But anyway, that's his gimmick to sell glasses, right? $3 glasses at the gas station. But the real point, we understand while people trying to gather around and be like, oh, I want to see this. We got to go directly where it happens at so we can see the full thing. You people are not aware of what that actually means. You see it as entertainment, just like you see the prophets. All right? You make a sport of an eclipse, which is a sign from the Lord.
I got a precept for you. What you're saying goes into that. Little do they know it or not. Well, Isaiah 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? For the day of the Lord. It's like Amos, like Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? So you wanting to see this and traveling miles to go see this, to be put in that position, that's you desiring the day of the Lord. But once again, you're not taking it serious. You're not taking. You don't know what it is, but you're desiring that day because you're rushing to go see this eclipse. Oh man, it's like it's a big event. That's you desiring the day of the Lord. So
this may real quick, Baba Shah. This may very well be a sign that the Lord's coming, because that's what happened when He gave up the ghost for 3 hours. I think that's what it's gonna be on the 8th too, about 3 hours, roughly. Remember, when brothers want to grab it, the sun was blocked out for 3 hours when the Lord gave it, or when He was on the cross. Right? You got it. Let me just fact check it, Google it. How long this but again, either way, it was 3 hours for sure where He was at. All right, in Jerusalem.
It's a sign.
Israel.
That way Yahweh Shah said when He was on the cross, it is finished.
This is Luke 23 and 42.
And what happened after that? The dead rose from the grave. Man, you people don't know what's coming.
Again, they desiring the day of the Lord. What end is it for you?
This is Luke 23 and 42. And he said unto Yahushua, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. And Yahushua said unto him, verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. And it was about the 6th hour, and there.
What time is that, brothers?
12. That's noon.
You tell me? I'm asking you.
12 noon.
And it was about the 6th hour, and there was darkness over all the earth until.
What is that? That's an eclipse. So when the Lord was on the cross, there was an eclipse. Because what? It darkened the earth.
So
How that? Because the moon can't. So what is that? Lunar eclipse or solar eclipse?
that was an evidence that that was the son of the Most High. That's
Yeah,
why
so because they were bugging her. Oh shit.
that's why the Romans said that, man. They're like, yeah, surely
Truly.
this is the son of man.
Yeah, they were like, damn.
And then were heathens, and they recognized as
Well,
what?
it didn't say they were heathens, but they were.
Romans,
Yeah,
like
they
it,
were.
but
Yeah.
they recognized that sign.
Yeah, most likely they were heathens, but we don't know.
You had the earthquake, you had eclipse,
And people raising from the grave. That exact hour.
That was again going into that into that word, that sign, as a token, which going to the word token means evidence. It was that all those events taking place when the Messiah, yielded the ghost was signs that was the Messiah, man.
Yeah, the bell rang.
Who else has died and earthquakes and eclipses has happened and people were risen from the dead?
Oh,
Come on.
surely.
It's signs, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe they weren't even like saying shit, or maybe because they acknowledged it, shit. But then again, so did Herod and too. But then he died. I think brother sent it earlier. One of you brothers sent it earlier. Somebody sent it. Maybe it was a different chat. People. When you're in your deathbed, of course you're gonna acknowledge the Most High, like Antiochus. Look at motherfuckers on the plane when you hit that turbulence. Everybody, we talked about this in Atlanta the last time. Everybody becomes a believer when the plane starts shaking. Even the most atheist person on the plane gonna become a believer. Then, oh God, them motherfuckers gonna start to pray. Go ahead, give your account.
Fucking on the way back from Atlanta. Fucking, they told us we were gonna hit some turbulence on the way back. And sure enough, we get close to Tampa, and bro, that plane dropped. That shit just dropped.
Yeah, the roller coaster effect. That's what they call it, the roller coaster effect. Yep.
That motherfucker next to me, man, that nigga shit hit his pants.
He became a believer.
Nigga grabbed the fuck out of the seat. The chick next to me on the other side, she wrapped her feet around the seat in front of her. All them people were in there fucking shit. I'm over here sitting there about to laugh and yeah.
That's what I said. Everyone's a believer
Like, yo.
when you're looking death in the face. Where there's actual situation or not. Motherfuckers believed in. The first thing you're gonna say, oh God, Lord, please, something along the lines they're gonna say. Whether their whole life they didn't believe. All of a sudden they believers.
People's bags falling out of the shit. You hear motherfuckers screaming in the back. Oh shit. I'm
And
like,
they
oh,
were like, ooh.
that nigga next to me, no, he was embarrassed too.
And that's you think he's like, see, he was probably boasting about it afterwards. Niggas, we know niggas.
Probably
See, he's
can't
like,
tell. More than likely skipped the part about how he almost
Nah, it was
bare
probably
hugged
like
the
a
seat in
bitch.
front of him. He was like, oh!
yeah.
Nigga seriously, literally went like, oh! This nigga was panicking, bro. I said, they're like, oh shit.
What's that?
And I seen the ear of my neck. She had a mask on and everything.
God
Bitch
damn.
bugging out. She was sweating.
She was praying. What do you think she was doing? She was praying.
She was
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
oh.
Everybody prayed. When they look at death in the face, everybody go to pray. To who? Yeah. Nobody ain't not getting through. It said, you're just going to get with the dog tone. Do, do, do. Or how's it go?
Back to
Okay,
the-
you have reached unavailable. The number you have called is unavailable.
Hey, I will say though that when that plane dropped though, that shit felt like you was on a roller coaster.
That's what I'm saying. You get it, yeah. Because I had that
Dropped
shit
like
on the
some
way
shit.
here. Shit. But yeah, but good. That feeling, which is honestly, it's a feeling of flying, right? And people, we gonna be doing that every, whenever we please. But people wanna get on this level, go fly, pay all this money to get private jets. But when that plane hit that turbulence, when you actually feel the feeling of flying, that shit don't feel too good. Cause you get it, it's in your stomach. They say you feel like a roller coaster. You feel it in your stomach. Same shit with that helicopter. or plane, whatever. Once that motherfucker start leaving, start going up and down, or falling, you're gonna feel it in your stomach. And people are not used to that because people don't fly. As far as that, people fly all the time on planes, right? But they don't feel that feeling of turbulence, dropping. I don't know what it's called technically, but that's the feeling people don't like. That's part of flying, though. But it's a quick. Because when you're on a plane, you going the same speed the plane. That motherfucker going 700 miles an hour. You don't feel it though, but when that motherfucker dip, you feel it. And that's the sign of what? Shit's about to get a little rough. The pilot will come on, you hear it. Dong! Everybody put your seatbelts back on, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna hit some turbulence. So once you feel, you start to feel that shake, so to say, on the plane, what does that mean? Prepare, right? And that's what we're telling you people. We're telling you people to buckle up. We're telling you to get ready for the turbulence that's coming. And you're not going to be able to escape with some seatbelts on American Airlines on this turbulence. All right, because this turbulence is coming from the Lord. And you're going to be shooken up and tested. Most importantly, with the hour of temptation. You people ain't, we were talking about the plane, that feeling you get on that plane with that turbulence hit. What feeling you think people gonna get when the microchip hits? Shit.
Joy. Shit.
Yeah.
Majority.
Their joy. Yay! I guarantee you, if you still somehow got access to the internet, there are gonna be people flossing on the chip, showing out, boasting in their chip.
Well, you see that now. Shit. People
That's what I'm saying. So you think they're gonna stop? And then next thing you know, they're not gonna be nowhere to be found. They told you to be celebrities. They told you about the chip. They gonna be on there like Rick Ross, and then boom, nowhere to be found. Once you took the chip, you have no answers, no comfort. You don't know what to do from here on out. Cause just cause you take a chip don't mean you're gonna eat. I don't know if maybe you didn't read that part in the scriptures, but just because you get a chip don't mean you're gonna eat. That's just gonna give you access to buy and sell. Doesn't guarantee you buying and selling. So
Finishing off back in Luke 23 and 45, it says, "And the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was rent in the midst."
I didn't say that, open it up to all the tribes. The priesthood, or because the high priest was the only one to be able to go through the veil. The high priest, right? Which is ultimately who? Yahushua, Melchizedek. Before Levi was even born, right? You gave me tithes. That's what he said. You paid tithes to me. But and once that rent, the veil rent opened up, that's how we able to become, all of us become kings. Yep, the nation of kings and priests. Because clearly Levi failed. You know what I'm saying? Not failed, but he was just set up to the spirit. But clearly they couldn't. They did their job. Obviously, they held their office, but that wasn't good enough for the Lord. Clearly, right? Because those were some of the biggest scoffers to the Lord. Some of them were the biggest scoffers to the Lord. They were the high priest at the time. I was born. They were the priesthood at the time the Lord was on the scene. But so the Lord, when he gave us the ghost, and like Liam quoted earlier, it is done. Then it was opened up to the rest of the nations. Yeah, somebody over. But then it was opened up to all the other tribes.
Really for the elect.
Yeah, exactly.
To be able to minister. Because Yahushua ministered onto the elect, and the elect ministered onto the rest of those that are going to believe, but only the priests back in the
elect of all the tribes.
Yeah.
12,000, as we read in Revelation chapter 7, 12,000 added in each tribe. Those are the real priests, not the priests, the lineage of Aaron. Listen, I know you Levites are heavy into the law, but I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. The scriptures say it ain't up for you no more, man. And that's what it is. That's what the Lord said. Get over it. Shit. Yeah, Levi, priesthood. Nah, there's no priesthood no more of Levi. Clearly they failed. We've had thousands of years of that. It didn't work. So Now the Lord has to open up, like the brother said, to the elect. That's the priesthood. Whether you be from the tribe of Issachar, Gad.
The Levi was scattered amongst the 12 tribes, teaching them the law. Now it's the prophet's job to do that. And in the kingdom is going to be the same thing, because the nations are going to flock unto who? The elect, to learn of the Lord. You know.
So that would make it technically, if you want to crunch numbers, technically there's more priests of the northern kingdom. Technically, you crunch the numbers. There's more tribes of the northern kingdom, right? But it's relevant either way. But like brother said, that they didn't have at this time when it was, because we read earlier about the camps, the 3 tribes on each side. That didn't include Levi. At that time, it was Dan's was still in there. You know, when the tabernacle in the wilderness, it was Levi. Levi was, you know, they would get their positions and they get their land and they would live amongst them. But it was 3 tribes here, 3 tribes there, 3 tribes, so on and so forth. You know, and now it's the same thing again. Now Levi is in there, obviously. Dan's not there anymore. We'll find out exactly for the reason for that in the kingdom. But now we see the weirder priests, almost the tribes, you know, because it's more than one tribe, you know, and that's why the Lord didn't come from Levi, even though his cousin John the Baptist was a Levite. He came from the Judah. Our Lord and Savior came from Judah. And then what? They went on, ultimately for all the tribes, you know, the elect at the end of the day. Go ahead, you have more on that?
Yeah, that was the point on that, just to show of there being signs. Get that Jeremiah 10.
Got a Jeremiah 10 still form?
Yeah, my thought on
Yeah. This is Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, Jeremiah 10:1, hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. So these are
Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think Jeremiah was a Levite too. He was Levite, because it says his dad was a preacher or a priest.
Yeah, he
his dad was a priest.
Jeremiah 10:2 says, thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yeah, there you go. And you see that clear as day in today, man. All these people have been talking about on the news is about this damn eclipse and all the shit that's taking place on it. People are scared. Oh, this gonna happen. This might happen. This could happen. People are bugged out about what could happen during this eclipse. But you're missing the big point of why the eclipse is even happening, man.
Right.
Because it's a sign of the fucking times, man. The Most High about to do something upon the earth, and here it is. You over here talking about what could take place during the eclipse, man. It's a sign of the heavens. You ain't supposed to look at it and be scared. The scriptures talk about that we have not been given the spirit of fear, man.
Yeah. I got it in the GMT about the shop.
Come on, let brother read that again, Baba Shah.
This is Jeremiah 10:2. This is KJV. It says, thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
The heathen are dismayed at them. Okay? They're the ones that are shook at the signs of heaven, just like when Yahushua died, man. They were the ones that were sitting there spooked. But little did you know, these things were happening to indicate something. Okay?
Future events, going back to the word omen.
Yeah, the brother brought it out earlier. You know, the what was the word? Signs, where it talked about or no, you brought up the signs of the times, the meaning of it.
Oh yeah.
When the signs of the times.
When the stars align.
Yeah, when the stars align is when something's gonna happen. You know, that's what the signs of heaven were for, to tell you that something was gonna happen, or something happened. In the case of Yahushua dying, being put up on that cross and him, you know, passing, from this world to the spirit world, that was a sign of the times. And the eclipse, the earthquake, the people rising up from the dead, that was a sign like, yo, this was the Son of Man. He brought life into the world, so the dead rose.
Literally, niggas went to live on whole lives. Mr. raising from the grave.
They say he entered in once. Today's death for every man. So that was heavy, man, what he
As
did.
sin came from one man, so salvation comes from the man.
Right.
Roughly paraphrasing.
That's what he's bringing. He's getting ready to free us. That's why he said it's finished. That's one of the shortest precepts in the scriptures, man.
He raised us from the dead.
Yeah.
Or the shortest one is Jesus wept. But go ahead. It's in John. Jesus wept. 2 words. I think that's in John. Yeah. John, I think it's 7.
Because of Lazarus, right?
Yeah. But you was who? The brother who?
Mary and Martha.
You tell me shit. I'm not saying no shit.
Isaiah, Mary and Martha.
Good. You finish it?
In the GMT, can I get in the GMT?
Oh,
Jeremiah 10, verse 1 in the GMT. People of Israel, listen to the message that the Lord has for you. He says, do not follow the ways of other nations. Do not be disturbed by unusual sights in the sky.
Yeah, don't be disturbed, man. Don't worry about these things. I'm just letting you know. That's why I said what you say. Watch. But the kingdom's already prepared for these.
as well as pray.
As well as pray. Yeah, exactly.
So watching and praying. Because while you watching, you're supposed to be praying while you watching, because you know what you're watching for. Does that make sense? You're supposed to, you gotta pray because you know what you're watching for. What are we watching for? Motherfuckers coming to give us roses? No, we watching for the end. That's it. So of course you gotta pray. Lord, deliver me out of this destruction that I'm watching for. Baruch Shah.
The thief.
Yeah, that's what. Nigga, you wake out of your sleep. Oh shit, what was that? That's how you should be in the truth, man. Motherfuckers just snoring in here, Yeah, of course, ain't no wrong with snoring, obviously. You look at it spiritually, man. Motherfuckers snoring and just chilling. They're not gonna wake up. But what? We not even asleep. So we up. We're awake. That's what it says. We be woke. We'll be woke. Where do you think they get all this terms from? Everything comes from the truth at the end of the day. Red pill this, red pill that. All the bullshit you see today, here's where it comes from. It comes from the elect. Everything you see now plastered around and people monetizing it, it's all come from something we've already said. That's why we awake. Why you people, you might nod it off here and then. We awake. We staying up because we know something about the thief is coming, like Brother said. The thief is coming. You can't take a break. There is no breaks. You can't nod off. Take a nap, a power nap.
He said, we know not what hour your Lord does come.
Going back to the animals that you brought out earlier. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. So what is it for you? You're looking for something. You're expecting the Lord to return, but you're not understanding what's going to come with it. So when people say, "Oh, God is near, God is coming," but then you start to see earthquakes and mass death happening, you don't understand it. You're wondering why are these why God? Why? I thought you were going to come back and deliver. Well, this is the Lord delivering us all this death. Lord's got to get rid of the wickedness, man. He's got to purge out the earth. That's why the Lord's been purging out His elect. Because that's the judgments I first started, the house of Israel. Them that know. So we've been getting purged. Now it's about to be ready time for the world to get purged, man.
That's why you can count it all joy when you fall into temptations. The Lord's preparing you to lead everything.
Basic instructions before leaving earth. Your spirit's about to leave earth and you don't even know how.
What I'm saying, but the Lord is preparing the elect to lead everything. The Lord's already given it into the hands of Yahweh. He's just waiting to come collect. But I remember we talked about this in Atlanta. Bro, there's billions. Brothers, I want you to hear this. There's billions of people. There's only 144,000. Billions of people. There's only 144,000. That's a big fucking difference. So what do you think the Lord wants from us? just thinking about, meditate on that, man. The Lord don't want you to be a yes man. He don't want you to just be me, just hanging around. We don't need niggas to hang around. You know, we can hang around with amongst ourselves. We don't need you to come here to hang around. We don't need space fillers. The Lord's looking for people to lead eternally. Not just lead for 4 years like presidency. Not lead for 20 years like Putin. The Lord's looking for people to lead forever. Are you up for the challenge? That's the question. Are you up for the discipline? Are you willing to concede the flesh? You know? Are you willing to take an L in the flesh so you can get a W in the spirit? Go ahead.
Finishing off Jeremiah 10, verse 2, it says, "Do not follow the ways of other nations. Do not be disturbed by unusual sights in the
Right, and
sky."
real quick, and what is that? Following the ways of the nation is following the multitude do sin. He that goeth from the ways of the Most High, going to the how's it go? The congregation of the dead. What is the congregation of the dead? Following the fucking heathens, man. Take a look around, man. If you ain't in the truth, you're following the ways of the heathens, man. And especially now, 2024. Good. You know, hey, if you coming into the truth now, hey, may Most High be with you. But now, it ain't 20 whatever we came into. It's a different world than 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago. But are you willing to serve the Lord? That's what it's going to boil down to, man. Everything boils down to, are you willing to serve the Lord no matter what your situation is? Whatever lifestyle you come from. Don't make excuses, because we all come from that lifestyle. There's a guarantee, brother, that lived that walk of life. What's your excuse? You either want to serve the Lord or you don't. Go ahead, Paul.
Finishing it off, it says, "Even though other nations are terrified." You know, so these other nations are terrified when they see these signs that we're going into.
Good.
Let us give an example of the heathen being dismayed at the signs he saw. So let's give this Isaiah 47, in verse 12. It says, "Stand out with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, when thou hast labored from thy youth, that thou shalt be able to profit, if thou shalt, if so thou shalt, or thou mayest prevail." You know, so you go into those enchantments. You know, you think about Pharaoh in Egypt. What did he do? He summoned his magicians, you know, to pretty much get a grip on what's going on earth. Because we was going to earlier, that's the signs of heaven. That's how the Lord communicates with man. You know?
They were trying to replicate it. That's what they called them for, because that's what they did. They replicated the miracles that Moses and Aaron did. And they got to a point where they couldn't do it anymore. So imagine that. These are your wise men, and you're like, hey, do this. And that's why the Lord had it like that to keep puffing up Pharaoh's heart. You know, oh, like Moses turned the water red. Hey, your magicians turn the water red too. And then they got to the point they couldn't do it. It was the lice. They couldn't do that. They said, shit. Pharaoh probably would kill us. Yeah. Just like Daniel. Remember Daniel? Like, fuck it, they kill him. But nonetheless, that's what the point was of those magicians, that Pharaoh called the magicians. He wanted them to replicate it. And that's what we currently see today. Turn on the news. What's Esau doing? Which is modern day Pharaoh. He's recreating miracles. Making people walk, which is what his main thing is going to be. The mark of the beast, which is allowing people to play Super Nintendo, right? And shop and do all this bullshit. It's going to get to a point where they're going to be, and they haven't even, see, that's the thing, man. The Lord is bad. He's a bottom man. They haven't even seen what we're going to do yet. And they just trying to do old shit, you know? They just trying to recreate old shit, 8-track videos. We about to come with 480p or whatever the fuck you call it, 280 or 3000 p TV.
2160.
Yeah, 2160 HD. These niggas just doing shit from the 480p.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna get to a point where they're not gonna be able to recreate it, and that's why, because the Lord is gonna do it, not because what we gonna want to do. It's because the Lord is gonna magnify us above the wicked. Because the wicked, the scriptures say they're gonna do miracles, and we've seen it already. And through His technology, it's gonna get to a point where His technology is gonna fail. Just like it failed them in Egypt, right? The magicians, the woo, the motherfuckers over there making, you know, the water. What else they did? Shit, I don't even. I think it was the first 7 plagues.
They had the serpent, the 2 snakes.
And that failed because the 1 snake killed 2 snakes. That was a fail. But I think it was the first 7 plagues that they was able to. Well, not even the first 7 plagues, but the snakes here. That was a plague.
Water.
Yeah, I think it was the first 7. So it got. I'm 100% sure it was the lice though. When they got to the lice, they were like, "Damn, we can't do this." Shit, hey, hold on up. And then what was it? The firstborn.
Oh yeah, that was heavy.
Yeah, they didn't even try to recreate that.
No, they couldn't stop it. You know, at the same time, you know.
All they heard was weeping.
A cry went out in Egypt. So how much more today? Because the Lord said He's getting ready to plague Egypt as before. So the cry that's getting ready to be exaggerated, if you will, on the planet Earth.
Jeremiah 16.
Yeah.
It's going to be a greater deliverance.
Yeah, simultaneously.
So if it's going to be a greater deliverance, it's got to be a greater judgment, a greater destruction.
That's why we see the signs that are taking place on the earth, man. Like, yo, the Lord's getting ready to deliver us. Just like back in ancient Egypt, there were signs of the Lord's getting ready to deliver us through the signs that Moses was doing. Like, yo, these are things that the Lord's showing you. Like, yo, He's flexing His arm. He's showing you He's about to do something. And here's the Lord's doing it again.
And remember, real quick, Moses didn't do nothing. He just gave it to the staff to his brother. I want to show you there's an order to things, you know. Moses was like, damn, why you want to keep it with it? Exodus chapter 3. Why you want to get me on? I can't speak. Hey, ain't your brother? Hold on, ain't your brother Aaron? And then boom, going to show you that they knew each other. Obviously, you know, don't watch the fucking Disney movies. That ain't the scriptures. They knew each other because Aaron met him on the way back to Egypt. But nonetheless, Moses never did a miracle. If you read it again, Moses never did no miracles. He would always give it to his brother. So we in a good position. Lord's will with those men. We not gonna do nothing. These are just gonna happen.
Moses was just prophesying.
Yeah, exactly. You gonna speak my words and give it to Aaron, which you know I understand why it happened because the high priest would come out of that lineage, Aaron, right? But Moses, he was still Levite, but he was the main guy. But he didn't actually. He would always give the staff to Aaron.
Chris, I would make you a God and Aaron not prophet. You know, so you speak it, you do it. You know.
Yeah, hey, that's what we are to you people, man. Whether you want to accept it or not, we're gods unto you people, man. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, and Lord will be those men. But hey, you amongst gods, and you talk to us, you know, Lord over those men. I mean, at this point, you gotta believe it. If not, what the fuck you around here for? Shit. If you don't think you're a god, then why are you here? The Lord said you're gods. So if you don't believe you're a god, what the fuck are you here for? We don't want no losers, man, around us. You got something, Paul?
Yeah, the Lord said it's written in your law, man. Yeah, I wish I said that, man. Is it not written in your law? So that just come with being an Israelite now.
But you shall die like men. Of course, yeah. We looked at it as the offskirt of the earth. People laugh at us, ridicule, mock us, just like they did our Lord and Savior. Come on, man. They did this to our Lord and Savior. You think you exempt from getting ridiculed and mocked?
That's a part of the suffering. That's a part of the lot of the humiliation process. The servant is not greater than his master. So that's a process of obtaining true honor. You know, just like Yahweh Shah. And I got a precept to back the elder up. It says, this is 1 Corinthians 11 and 32. It says, but when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that we should not be condemned with the world. So yeah, we go through, the suffering, have to go through this humiliation process, being ridiculed, being scoffed at, being looked down upon. All right, but that's how that's the position that the Lord was in. All right, and the scripture said that he was rich, he made himself poor. Right, he was in that glorious, he was right in the right hand of the Lord, and he came down in his flesh to die. All right, watch his creation. All right, spit at him, persecute him. All right, he went to the lowest state. All right, to reach that the most honorable crown.
Yeah, mainly when he said that, of course, the being a carpenter was a lucrative business back then. Well, really, what he really meant by that is that he was the son of the Most High. He was washing people's feet. Come on, man. Fuck the carpentry. He was the son of the Most High, and he took the lowest role possible. He didn't take a white horse to ride into the Passover. He didn't get celebrated. And when people did try to celebrate him and try to make him king, what did he do? He fled. Come on, man. That's really what that means, man. He took the low road, truly. You want to talk about being humble? Look at the Lord. The Lord took the most humblest route, and he knew who he was. Who the fuck are you? Shit.
And even with Paul, the example with Paul, since he's led by the Spirit, Yahweh Shai, he gave up that high status he had.
Yep.
But you say if anybody got something to
Hebrews
boast,
of the
exactly. Hebrews of the, I got something to boast about. Hebrews of the Hebrews. When it comes to the law of Pharisee, but he said basically I gave up that high status, man, to follow Yahweh Shai.
Cast it as dung.
Exactly.
And what, exactly. And what the Lord do then?
Exactly.
Knock him off his high horse.
Exactly.
You never see that? Which, that was all set up through the Spirit, obviously, He had to do it. That's why he went so hard. Because he was convicted in himself. It didn't tell you in the scriptures, but come on, man. Good man. He was persecuting the church, and he got knocked off his high horse. Went blind. What else was he gonna do? He was like, fuck, I gotta go hard. That's why he did the most works. Because he knew that he persecuted and got people put to death for believing the same thing he's believing now. So he had no other option but to go hard. Shit. Exactly. He's like, fuck, I got a debt, I gotta repay. Because a lower person came to me. Like, sheesh. And that's why even people that was with him when that happened, all they heard was thunder, but they was like, damn, this is we were on the road to go persecute Christians, and now he's talking about Christians. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? So that's why they try to kill Paul so much. They were trying to get him. He's like, hold on. The Sadducees and Pharisees, man, they was like, hold on. We gotta put an end to this dude. This nigga bugging. Cause what, he was a chief man in charge, not chief man, but he was in charge of putting people to death. That believed in Yahushua, and then all of a sudden he talking about Yahushua. And that's how we are. We're liking unto that because all of a sudden we come out of this world and we're talking about changing life and shit. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Wasn't you just saying the opposite? That's what they were saying to Paul, bro. Like, bro, weren't you just harassing these guys and now you're with them? Are you a hypocrite? But no, he was cutting them up with the work, being taught by the Lord, But he was coming and saying we coming in,
Converted and healed. That's what happened to him.
I got precept Isaiah 46 and 8. It says, remember this, and show yourselves men. Bring again to mind, O ye transgressors. All right, which we all were transgressors. Scripture say no man is not sin. Roughly paraphrasing. Remember the former things of old. I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am Yahweh, and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, as we went into Genesis, the first chapter. Declaring the end from the beginning. You know, it said they shall be his signs. So it was already declared from the beginning, the end. And here it is, we're at the end, and we see the things that was already declared. It says, and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
So like if I could add, that's a heavy point to highlight. We see the signs, like the elder opened up to the spirit, all right, understanding the fundamentals of time and signs. You know, from the beginning, Genesis, which means the beginning, okay, and going into, like it says in Sirach, the moon is set in its perfection. These are certain specific functions that indicate the times, measuring the time diligently. We was given a spiritual watch, okay? We was given a spiritual clock, and that spiritual clock was the signs. And those same signs is what our Heavenly Father gave unto Yahweh Shai to give unto us. He said, what my Father gave me, I give unto you.
And that's the spirit of comfort. It would bring remembrance to everything that was said.
Yep, that's right.
I got 3 more verses in Isaiah 46. It says, declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. And one of the Most High's pleasures, as we go into the eclipse, the one that happened 7 years ago, put a line across, and then this one's put another line across, which is an X. And one of the Most High's pleasures is going to be his pleasures to destroy this place, man.
X marks the spot.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be a sweet savior to destruction going up to the Most High.
That first eclipse went over 7 cities named Salem, and this eclipse is going to go past 7 cities named Nineveh, with the X in the middle. There's a city called Rapture in the middle of the X. So Most High is showing it within 7 years. So that's 777, man. You know, the Lord's showing you he's about to do something on the earth, man. And only those that have eyes to see see these things.
It's like it's not even he's gonna do. He's already like, man, this is just another sign to tell you to repent.
It's just Esau has his news to tell you that these things are going to happen before they happen. So he feeds himself to be a prophet.
A pseudo prophet.
Oh, we saw that on the news. It sure enough happened.
Then they get it on the ABC Action News, 9
said
o'clock
here.
news.
Right.
When it was already said in the scriptures.
Right. Breaking news. Trying to control the
And
narrative.
again, it doesn't say exactly there's gonna be 2 eclipses that cross in America.
Right.
But what we read earlier, these are signs the Lord's showing us. He about to break these motherfuckers' backs.
Right.
Shit.
If I could add, see, that's the thing. It didn't say that, but those that have those 3, that's the difference of having those spiritual 3D lens. When you got the lens off and you watching a movie, you don't see it the same way the people see it that have the lens on. Because now the people that got the 3D lens on is poking out the details. They got the details, and that's what you're hearing being projected from the mouth of the Lord's prophets, man. You know, the details that you're missing out on that Esau don't even know. He just knows the surface level. He don't know the specifics on the prophecies, all right? He just knows certain signs, and that's what he's reporting on to you. But he's not letting you know about your destruction. He's not letting you know how to obtain salvation, all right?
And why would he? When he's still one trying to kill you.
Right.
He's not gonna tell you. And even if he could, he can't.
Right.
It's only for the elect to read the signs of the times ultimately. You know, either you got all kind of people that say, oh, this and that, and they might be able to add, connect the dots to a certain degree, but at the end of the day, if you can't correlate it to the scriptures, you don't know what the fuck's going on. You can be a doomsday prepper till the missiles drop. Guess what? You're still gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, that's why it's still in Isaiah 47. Because Esau is jumping on the news because he wants to show that he's in control, but he's not.
See, I told you.
Yeah, that's it.
Nah, nigga.
Trying to
We told you,
science
nigga. We told you. Shit, we tell the elites what the next move is, man. Shit. When you think Joe, the Bob and the Builder, Doomsday Prepper know what you talking about? Come on, man. Alex Jones. Come on, bro. That's low level. Cause we can go from Babylon to America and break it down to you. If you don't know what I just said, then there's the point. Go ahead, Bill.
Yep, Isaiah 47:13, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. I mean, he's tired, he's getting beat up all which way.
Looking old as hell. You see white people, they age very bad. You know what I'm saying? Bitch 30, you look like she 82.
Yes, sir.
Like, damn. So imagine these motherfuckers doing these seances and shit where they gotta drink blood and do despicable acts that you know damn well you go to sleep at night, it's gonna be on your mind like, damn, I did that. Whether you will eat them or not, it's gonna be on your mind when you go to sleep. Right?
Yep, finishing Isaiah 47:13, it says, let now the astrologers, the stargazers.
Astrologers, modern day astrologers, they call it NASA. Right? What else is it? What else would it be? Oh, my sign is Scorpio. That's not astrology. These motherfuckers that are actually looking into this heavens because they're trying to measure the heavens, all right? Those are the astrologers. Not a bitch talking about she is Scorpio. Or a dumbass saying that he's Capricorn. What was that?
Tarot card reading.
Yeah, that's voodoo, not voodoo, but that's witchcraft, but it ain't astrology. My rising moon. Hey, I know. Shit, I play the game too. I tell bitches, I'm like, anyway, keep going.
Finishing Isaiah 47:13, it says, let now the astrologers, the stargazers,
Right.
the monthly prognosticators.
What's that dude? The Spanish.
That faggot that died.
Yeah, I forgot his name. That nigga always, every fucking day, every month. This nigga, yeah, he's a fucking mole. The Spanish champion. Yeah, I think he's a, this nigga come on, man, tell you, oh, he go through every sign. He's in other words, he's a fucking warlock. All right, that fails you. You paying for these niggas that don't do nothing for you at the end of the day, because that's what it is. They proclaim to know something through the signs, right? Because that's what they're telling you. Oh, well, this sign and that sign, this is your outcome. Well, we just read the signs and the times are for the what? The warnings, the omens of what the Lord's about to do, not for your punk ass life, right? Well, the signs align like this, so you're gonna get a good job. No, you're a loser now, and you're gonna continue to be a loser until the missiles drop. Go ahead.
Isaiah 47:13, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels.
And they're getting very weary. They going hard right now, bro, trying to figure out what the fuck say that? Like, damn, why Satan started coming here? He used to come every day. Now he only coming once a week. What's going on? Like, damn, so they doing, that's why they keep going harder and harder with their seances and their voodoo and all the bullshit. Because remember, you gotta remember, Esau, he's not original in nothing. He's taking everything from all the other nations. So he's trying this from Babylon, he's trying that from Egypt, he's trying this from the Greeks, he's trying this from the Medo-Persian. He's trying everything at this point. What at this point he's trying everything. Ishtar, ISIS, he don't care what you call it, he's trying it all. He's like a crackhead on the corner that ran out of crack. He'll do whatever. He'll hit that K2. He'll hit the they call it the fentanyl. He'll hit the meth or whatever. He doing it all trying to chase that. They say chase that high back. For crackheads, they trying to chase that high. This nigga's trying to chase that the power that Satan has been giving him. So he's like, what the fuck? Maybe let's do another sacrifice. You know what? Fuck Diddy. Let's put him out there. Maybe we get. So he just doing it all. He trying. He's trying to get Satan on the line, but it keep going to this number is no longer in service. Alright, let's try it again. Nigga, the number is no longer in service.
Yeah, that's
He blocked your ass.
It's a lot. That's heavy because you think about Elijah and those prophets.
Oh yeah, 400. Was it 400 or 700?
I think it was
400. Yeah, the prophets of Baal.
Yeah, the prophets of Baal.
Yeah.
And Elijah threw.
He was mocking their ass.
He was mocking. He said, "What happened to your gods? You sleeping
He on vacation?
Yeah. What's going on?" But what they fail to realize, right? Because they in the same spirit. This is the virgin daughter of Babylon, that the light of the wicked is put out. So they trying to light that fire. Oh, they trying to call one, but their light is put out. This is the time that the Lord is revealing to deceive and to deceive all minds. I'm in full control.
And that's why reading this precept, the knowledge, he needs information. That's why he's looking at the stars. You go into Revelation 22nd chapter, the tree of life that bears 12 manner of fruit. Each month it yielded its fruit.
Well, and it's like real quick. He knew. Why does he do that? Because he knows that's what we're supposed to look at.
Right.
It's for the signs, Go ahead, they'll continue.
Yep. Isaiah 47 and 13. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
And what's the problem now? They know they're gonna get put to death, just like back then. Niggas ain't got no answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway. These devils ain't got the answers, man. So as they bring up their prognosticators, their month, blah blah blah, they're bullshitters. In other words, they gonna start getting their heads rolled. You know what that means. Let their heads roll. Guillotine style.
And that's literally Esau coming down from his ecstasy, because at a point in time he did control the heavens. He did control the height of heaven. That's why his infatuation with being so high, because it's a sign of dominance. Like they say, who can control the hill, the height of the hill. Esau had that control, but now he doesn't, because what he's saying, Satan's not communicating with him no more. The left hand side, the light of the wicked, like you said, is being put out.
Because imagine you've been able to get to the pinnacle of everything. No one's ever reached the skies until Esau came to power. No one's able to amass a military strong enough to control the whole world. So this nigga's like, hold on, Satan didn't let me get this. And now he's like, oh shit, what the fuck Satan at? It makes sense though, and and that's why he's gonna go out with great wrath, because he knows the end. But he's like, damn, Satan ain't picking the phone no more. Fuck everybody. I'm taking him with it. If I can't, where's Esau's motto? If I can't have it, nobody can. And he's willing to, what they do? They willing to go shoot up the school and kill themselves afterwards. Exactly. He's a sore fucking loser. And if you don't know what loser means, it means destroyer. Look up the etymology of the word loser. It means destroyer. Who's a loser is Edom. Destroy them that destroy the earth, man. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah.
A couple more and we'll close out.
All right, come on. I got a couple
Two
more. Daniel 2 and 20.
Couple means
It says, Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his, and he changeth the times and the season. He removed kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
And that's why you go into Daniel, what it said, he said, to wear not the saints, shall change the times. It's him trying to rewrite his fortune. Changing calendars, we're so-called in 2024, who knows what year we're in, because he wants to control the timetables. He doesn't have the office, only the Ancient of Days has that. So that's why now Esau's mind, I'm going to be above the Most High, I'm going to go past his program.
He said, Isaiah 14, he said he's sitting in the seat. And Thessalonians as well. He's saying that he's the Most High. That's why he got GMO this, GMO that, synthetic this, synthetic that, AI. Come on, man. He's telling you that he can do better than what the Most High created. That's why he has GMO, which means genetically modified, right? He's trying to tell you that he can do it better. Oh, you got a strawberry? I got a GMO strawberry. I can do better. Oh, you have sex with a woman, you have a child? Guess what? I can impregnate women without a man. and so on and so forth. You know, we can go all day with the bullshit of this devil. But he's literally telling you that he's better than the Most High. And without saying it. You know, he's telling you he's better than creation. That's why he wants to make creation better. And in the same sentence, he's making creation worse.
Yeah, showing that he's the son of destruction.
Good addition.
Because son of perdition. Because you over here making genetic modified strawberries, right? You
No
making
seeds.
these with no seeds.
That means they
but there's
can't
no
reproduce.
life.
Just like the hoes.
Right.
A lot of them can't reproduce because they've been ran through all this Plan B.
Diet.
What about Plan A? What happened to Plan A? All these bitches on Plan B, but nobody on Plan A? Come on, man. This shit crazy.
Man, it was done away with. It was done away with back in the 60s. There ain't no Plan A, like brother said. Man. Esau Edom is just completely destroyed. You know, you Israelites, man. Now it's time for him to be destroyed. Now it's time for him to be taken out of the way. Like the scriptures say, he who not letteth will let until he be taken out of the way, man. And that again, going back to the premise of this lesson, man, this is what we see, man. The signs of the times. The sign that now is time for this man to be taken out of the way, man.
If this ain't the time, where is it at? When is it gonna be?
He had his time. He's had his chance to do shit in the air and he, you know, because he being the prince of the air, you know, he had his chance, man. He had his time to rule upon the earth. He had his chance to do his miracles and do this and that. Now it's time for the Lord to work in your days that a lot of you people ain't gonna believe, man. Though it be told unto thee, man. And that's what we see happening, man, is the prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai warning you of these things that are happening upon the earth, and the majority of you people not listening, man. And we talking about you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. We talking to y'all, man. We've been telling y'all this through the spirit and power of who you call God and Jesus Christ. We've been telling you that chaos is about to happen on the earth, and you're not believing them until it be that time for these things to really take place. And then it's gonna be too late for you, man. Because then there ain't no need for there to be a warning. Or a time to be made ready, because the time to be made ready is past. Now the thing that is said to be ready is ready, man. Now it's time for it to play out on the earth, and you ain't got nothing else to do but to sit along for the ride, man.
But the second Ezra 16, I think, it said make you ready to the battle. The fuck is the battle comes to? I ain't gotta come tell you, yeah, these motherfuckers outside, they want to fight.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
there, man.
It's too late.
The Lord been showing y'all, man.
You know,
Sign after sign.
ultimate signs of prophets. What else? You just listen to the prophets.
Yeah, that's the sign of Jonah. You can just
That's the
sign.
only. I mean, what else you want? Because you mock and it's that the scripture saying that for the wicked generation see the sign, they don't ain't nothing but Jonah.
Right.
And they don't care about Jonah.
Well, that's
Which, you know, that means hell, but
right.
you know the prophets they mock the prophets anyways.
Right. And that's the point of these eclipses and things like that are happening that we're gonna get ready to see one here in a week. You know, it's happening is you can see the chaos, and that's why the Lord said, "Be not dismayed as the heathen are dismayed at the signs," because here it is. We've been telling you these things are gonna happen. The signs in the skies are gonna happen. But we already knew you weren't going to listen to them. I wish brother just quoted you. The only sign you really should be worried about was the prophets, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't care.
Yeah,
you didn't.
Because what the prophets are going to tell you? The word of the Lord.
The prophets going to tell you that the shit that you dismayed at, that's a sign of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
That's a clear sign. And here it is. Now you got all these people, the end of the world coming. Nigga, the prophets have been out here telling you, man.
Shut the fuck up.
The one true sign that you should have been taking heed to, the prophets, you didn't take heed to. So now you're gonna have to be left to your own imagination of what this eclipse means.
Right, like Alex Jones probably gonna do a video with the eclipse. Bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, who cares? You know, hey, they just nibbling off of what we've been said, you know. At this point, man, you either get it or you don't. I'm not gonna sit here and play patty cake with you, go back and forth to get, you know. So what if someone did not believe? At this point in time, we don't give a damn what you think. It's irrelevant because we understand what's coming. We believe what the word of the Lord says. So if you don't believe that, that's your problem. You gotta take it up with the Most High. But anybody got anything else?
Yeah, I got two of them. Oh, you finished that, and then I got two.
Yep.
Wait, you finished?
I never, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, finishing off last verse, James 2 and 22 in the NLT, it says, he reveals deep and mysterious things and knows what lies hidden in darkness, though he is surrounded by light.
So, that's what the Lord is revealed to his elect, man, is the light. You know, and here it is, the world has been surrounded by the light that's been exposed onto them, and they still can't see, man. That's why the Lord ain't got no fucking sympathy for you clowns out here, man. And we ain't got no fucks to give either, man. We can give a fuck about you people, man.
Oh, actually, no, ain't got no fucks.
This is second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 5. It says, for like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. We'll read it out. Read this again. Even so is the time also the highest, have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. That's verse 6. Verse 9. So we in those end times, man. We in the end times, and so this is why you now seeing the effects of things happening on the earth, man. And the Lord is showing you yet again signs, man. The beginnings were in like I said, wonders and powerful works. Things being created, things being set up. Well, now the setup is already taking place. Now it's time for the downfall. Now it's time, because Jake already been set up. What happens when somebody's set up? A plan has to be brought forth for this event to take place.
And somebody got to go down.
Yeah, now is the time for that person to go down, man. He who not letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Now is that time for 2 Ezra chapter 6 or 5, okay? Where Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, man. That dividing of times. This is what we see taking place upon the earth, man. All right, the signs and effects the signs and effects that you're looking for is the downfall of the so-called white man, who you call the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. All right, Daniel 7 and 25, it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given unto his hand, talking about the elect, all right, and in a more broader sense, all of Israel, shall be given unto his hand, unto the hand of the white man, Esau, Edom, until a time, and times, and the dividing of times, man. So that dividing of times was going to be shown to you how? Through signs. The first sign was the sign of Jonah, the prophets. And you had the uproars of the people, earthquakes in diverse places.
Well, what did Jonah go through?
Right.
The belly of the beast. Where we at? Shit. That's the sign you looking for. You in it. The sign is, nigga, look up. Wake up. What it say? Wake up and smell the fresh air.
It's high time to wake up out of that sleep, man.
Because guess what? In that same belly of hell, you're going to get prophets. So yeah, Jonah was a prophet. But remember, what had to happen for him to do that? He went to the belly of the beast, which was what? Hell. Are we not in hell? That's the sign. What the fuck else you looking at? Look at your fucking lives. Look at the history of your own people, man. That ain't the sign. That you are the Lord's chosen people. That ain't the sign that the Lord's coming back soon. Now that you know, you able to even get on YouTube and even know that you Israelite. Come on, man. What else? Why would the Lord keep putting you through shit if you can't get it now? You couldn't get it back then. Why would the Lord continue to put you through things? Because you still refused it anyway. What is that? Is it Isaiah? Why am I stricken them anymore? It's a waste of time. Niggas is niggas, man. And I'm talking about black people, Latino people, Native American people, and all them motherfuckers scattered abroad.
That's why Jake is being let to their own devices, man. Because the Most High has stricken you already. He ain't gonna keep whooping your asses. He done told you what's gonna happen, and that's it. He's gonna just let you be. You got your time while you had liberty, while you had benefits, right? Y'all was squandering it, man. Now these things are happening, and you're over here making a fucking joke out of it, trying to make money off of these things that the Lord is doing upon the earth, man, and it's gonna ultimately come to bite you in the ass because you weren't made ready, man. Here it is, the so-called white man. The Lord is showing you that the Lord is getting ready to bring this devil down, and Jake over here making light of what's happening on the earth, man. Well, you're gonna have to taste of that preparation here very soon, man.
And he's having extravagant Passovers, and a whole fucking stadium. Niggas,
Shit look like a hangar.
that's what it looked like. Maybe that's where he keep his private jet, you know. But bro, this is the Lord didn't even have a Passover like that, bro. He had it in the house, not in the hangar. It's crazy though, because the more you see our people, the more you understand that those are the people that the scriptures speak of. And we come to grips with it, and we understand it, and we understand that majority of them gotta die. Or they was off on whatever.
And so, Lord's with us, that was edifying,
I think somebody got one more.
No? Okay, not good.
So, hey, Lord's with us was edifying. We're going to give all praise and glory to Double honor to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone who are pushing out this truth in the streets in sincerity. Shalom to you brothers out there who are also, diligently enduring, man. Those of you that are watching, man, keep watching because, hey, the days are being shortened for the elect's sake. So things are going to be sped up, and Lord's will, this be the year, man. So with that, we say shalom.
Shalom.